The Secret Life of Pets 2, an enjoyable sequel from 2019. The 3D starts out very impressive, with leaves blowing through the frame as our camera flies into a park. Soon after, we are treated to shots such as these bubbles that almost feel like they existed for the sole purpose of showing off the 3D. I say almost because I actually feel that these fun moments are incidental, that the style of this movie just happens to pair well with the stereo treatment, rather than doggy treats thrown to the stereo viewer. A marriage of convenience, but what a fling it turned out to be. One example of this is how the movie's direction really favors long over-the-shoulder shots of the pets talking at a distance. The side of one pet's head, along with the stuff in between the characters, makes it easy to appreciate the distance between them. Very enjoyable stereo shots that happen all the time here. Although the distant background frequently hits a hard wall, I didn't find that to be a big deal. Just occasionally disappointing to look out at the city vista and not be able to gaze into it. But mostly, I found the shots to be deeper than your average cartoon. And again, a nod to the style fitting hand in glove to the 3D. We mostly are following critters that are close to the ground. So we tend to be looking at things from a strong ground level angle. And this ensures that there's always something close to the screen and lets us see the ground expand outwards from a far closer perspective than we'd see from a human point of view. I found this worked especially well in the country scenes that brought bits of mud and grass far closer than what you'd normally get gazing out at the country. There was also some floating glow bugs at night that were also a pleasure to see. Also fun was a menacing circus and cages with their bars, always a treat in 3D. And we get some running around and hijinks in the midway. This water jet moment was particularly fun, though it doesn't come at you. Seeing this beautifully detailed water spout with just a little dimension added sparkle to an already fun moment. Later on, we get a bit of a tussle on a train. Despite being a night scene, it never felt dim. And although 3D doesn't really like things going fast, the advantage of a cartoon is you can easily fix the camera to the hero so he stays firmly in place no matter where he may run to. After you watch the movie, you may find there's a ton of extras on the 2D disc, one of which is a short movie which is rendered at the same quality of the movie, that has the pets visiting something like a haunted tree with menacing clouds and such. And for me, it really demonstrated how much more exciting a chase scene is in 3D. It was still beautifully rendered and looked very picturesque, but something about not having the depth made it less immediate. Covering distance almost becomes an abstract idea, information rather than experience. And watching that flat extra really made me appreciate the roller coaster quality stereo injects into a movie like this. Pets 2 is an enjoyable cartoon. It's kind of a risky script that attempts to tell multiple stories at once. The danger with that is one story might dominate your interest and the others will feel intrusive, making the overall experience dull, but they seem to balance it all right here. I think what keeps it all together is the main story is kept largely as a drama, and the others are used to infuse action and comic relief, so they aren't trying to compete for the same emotional territory. Still, when it was all said and done, I walked away feeling like I watched a few episodes of a TV show rather than a long-form movie. Did not make it a bad watch. The 3D was delightful. My only misgiving was I really did enjoy the first movie, and this time I didn't really feel like I was visiting the secret world again. The idea of a secret pet society wasn't really used this time. Maybe it'll be back if they make a third. The story point of the country dog Rooster, teaching Max to be less insecure, I at first did find kind of odd considering the adventures and rescues Max had already performed in the first movie. It just didn't seem like the hero that we had. But then it occurred to me, maybe all those heroics gave Max a little post-traumatic stress, and sometimes having your neck on the line makes the brain obsessed with never going back there. So maybe him becoming a bit twitchy in the aftermath is more accurate than becoming more brave. Maybe that is the meaning of having a secret life.